and welcome back to the channel. First, let me say I very much appreciate you stopping back by and following the build. If you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button, share the videos. I would appreciate it. So, if you caught the last video, you saw that obviously the engine is out, transmission is out, the throttle cable, air conditioning, engine harness, everything is pretty much out of our Project 92LX. There are a few things still left, like the power steering line, stuff like that, but all of that has to come out when we do the K-member swap anyway, so, you know, we're just kind of waiting on that. What is going on is the big brown truck has been slowly but surely making some deliveries, and we got some parts. One thing, if I may go ahead and cry and boo-hoo just a little bit, you'll notice behind me that the Fox isn't here. Yes, it's at Jeremy's garage, and it's totally torn apart, which, you know, is par for the course when you're doing a build, but I have to say, it really sucks not having the car here, but I guess I'll live. In the meantime, I do have some fresh parts to check out, so that's what we're going to do next. I hope you're ready. One very important part about doing a coyote swap is your gauges are not going to interface with the new style sensors and all that good stuff. And yes, they can be made to work. There are people that have made them work. It takes a ton of wiring and cutting and splicing and all this other crap. So it can be done. But here's the thing. If you've ever noticed, you see a lot of monster tacks and fox bodies. That's not necessarily because they want to look cool and have this giant tack. The reason is because the factory gauges in these cars especially, they suck. And when I say they suck, I mean they're off by ridiculous margins, especially the tack. So changing the gauges, in my opinion, is a worthwhile thing to do. And when I get into showing you the new parts, I'll explain some of the, you know, the pros of what these gauges offer. So after doing a lot of looking and researching and just trying to figure out exactly how I wanted to replace the gauges in the car with the coyote swap, I came across like an old familiar name, and the company is called Dakota-Digital. And I actually remember back in the 90s reading magazines and stuff like that. They had these digital clusters that they made for fox-body-mustangs. And I mean, this was, oh my God, this was like 25 years ago. I was seeing these ads in these magazines. I totally remembered them. So my good buddy Jeremy also used this cluster, and so I got on the website and started checking it out and talking to him about it. And the difference in the accuracy and the ease of installation and just like the clean, fresh look that it gave the car, it was like I was sold. And so that was what I decided to go with, and I'm pretty happy I did. So let's check it out. Out of the box here, and I have yet to see my cluster. I'm going to cut this very carefully. I don't want to damage it. This thing came packed in 2 huge boxes with enough peanuts for a herd of elephants, but it was protected, and that's the main thing. Oh yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's get this out of here. Check it out. Be very careful when you're opening this. For God's sake, don't damage your new cluster. There she is. More protective coating over this. But here's the thing about this. Obviously, it's a complete bolt-in, fits right in place of the stock one. But here's what I love. No mess of wires. One input. So you have one cable that is right here, And that's all that you have to run in behind the dash. Just this one Cat 5. That's it. That was another selling point for me. That's huge. Alright, so this kit is all inclusive. Comes with your connector box, which is GPS and TPMS ready if you want to run TPMS on the car. But everything hooks up there. Comes with all of your sending units, every single one of them. Nice Tide weather packing, waterproof plugs, all the instructions. Has your Cat 5 cable that plugs into the back of the cluster, and then your speed sensor adapter that goes into the transmission. And of course, more instructions. Everything's here. It's phenomenal. And this is your OBD2 interface, so you can pull all the information from the OBD2 port and input it directly into your cluster. Just like amazing. Technology is a beautiful thing. All the harnesses, all ready to go. Pretty much plug and play, make your connections. You are good to go. Now what I really love about this thing is if you look down on the screens down here, they do a couple of different things. Not only does it have your odometer and speedometer and all that good stuff, but you also have a clock. You have the ability to measure quarter mile times, 0 to 60 times. You can even set maintenance reminder like an oil change light if you want. And what I did is I chose the black alloy background, which has like a brushed finish. I don't know if you can tell it or not. It's like a brushed finish, and then I got the white LED backlighting. You can get red or you can get blue. I just chose to do the white LEDs, but it mimics the stock cluster very much as far as the placement of the gauges, and it's an updated look. It's a lot cleaner look. You're going to have accuracy, and you're going to be able to read them, unlike the stock gauges on the Foxes. You know, they start looking dim unless you stick the new LED lights in them, and then in my opinion they're a little too bright. But this thing is amazing. I'm so in love right now. So one thing that's really cool about this is every single one of these connectors is clearly marked. Like, you can't screw this up. And the way this gets even easier is the control pack that you get to put the Coyote, actually physically wire the Coyote in the car. All of that is labeled as well. So basically you just make the connections from your control pack to here. Once you've done that, take your Cat 5 line, run it up to the cluster, plug it in, and you have everything. That's what I love about this. Aside from the way it looks, the simplicity, in my opinion, is second to none. I'm totally in love with this kit. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you on their website and just kind of show you some of the different options and stuff they have. They've got a ton of different options as far as the display goes. You don't have to use this, if you're doing just a Coyote. You can use it for anything. Even the way the car is set up now, if it had a push rod motor in it, you can use that as well. But let's get on their website and check it out, because I got a ton of options. All right, guys, so here we are on dakota-digital.com, and I just wanted to kind of show you some of the different options they had, because this stuff is ridiculously cool. Just click on automotive, and I'll have a link in the bio so you can go exactly where I'm taking you to look at it. Click on Ford, and then down here, 60 to 93 Falcon and Mustang. The cool thing is they don't just have them for the 87 to 93 cars. They've also got them for the 79 to 86. I'm going to take a look at this real quick because I didn't look at it. But that's the 79 to 86. And then you've got two different ones, the 87 to 89, because they didn't have an airbag from 87 to 89. And then you've got the 90 to 93 because they had an airbag. So there is some differences. But I'll show you the 87 to 89 real quick. It's got a little bit different screen configuration. It's just got one screen in the center there as opposed to two on the 90 to 93. But that's super cool. The 90 to 93, which is what we've got. Again, I didn't show you the silver background. This is the silver alloy background. It's a little bit lighter. And again, like the gauges look a little different, stuff like that. But that's what your two screens look like when they're lit up. And all that stuff's programmable. You can make it do whatever you want it to do. Pretty freaking slick. There's the blue at night. I did think the blue looked cool, but I don't know. Maybe I'm getting old. I just wanted to go with the standard white. And they've also got all kinds of different controllers and stuff. They've got electric fan controller, headlight, dome light, GPS, speed, compass sensor. You can do the like the exterior temp input. You can do that, and it'll show you the temperature. I mean, they've just got a ton of different options, which we did the CAN interface for the OBD2. You can do the compass, just like a new car. You can do, the compass, the outside temperature, all the stuff that the new cars have, you can basically do. Then you've got, just your regular gauges, oil pressure, temp, water, fuel level, volts, all that. And this is another thing that I thought was really cool. 0 to 60 mile an hour timer, quarter mile time, quarter mile an hour trap speed, high speed recall, high RPM recall. I mean, that stuff's cool. If you're just out playing with the car and, you just want to see what it'll do, hit that and it'll tell you. I really dig that. And somebody drives your car and says they drove it easy, you can go back and check the RPM and high speed recall. Tell if they're lying. But I'm not letting anybody drive my car, so no worries. Like I said, all the sending units and everything, adapters, all that come with it. So, bolt it in, wire it up, you're good to go. All right, guys, so that is what's up. Got parts on the way. I'm going to have lots more of these unboxing videos and just show you the different parts that I'm going to use. As I've said before, I'll have a link down in the description so you can go check out the gauges and stuff for yourself. Couldn't be happier with my choice, and I'm looking forward to getting these things in the car and actually seeing them running and, play with all the different settings and stuff like that. So, things are actually starting to come along. Car's taken apart. Parts are on the way. Parts are here, and the swap's going. My thing right now is like, now I want to drive it. Now I want to feel the power and, just compare the differences and stuff like that. And I'm going to have videos of that too. I'm going to take the car to the drag strip. We're going to take it to the dyno, see what it does on the dyno, and, real world driving impressions and so much more. So it's going to be fun. And if you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button and, share it with your friends. I would very much appreciate it, and put a lot of work into these. I hope you love them. If something sucks, please tell me it sucks, and I'll be glad to fix it. But in the meantime, I'll be back with more updates 5 days a week, as I said, and keep it tuned right here.